Hi guys, this is Kathy. I hope you're doing well. We made it to Saturday. And I got bad news. Not bad news, not terrible news, just bad news. We hardly ever work on Sundays. Tomorrow we're open. I have to work a double. So there's no way I can do a live stream tomorrow night. Son of a... I made a plan and it didn't work. So that means Wednesday will be a live stream at night. It's fine. I mean, it's not like I started it, which I did on Thursday, and then I couldn't deliver, which I can't tomorrow, but I got scheduled to work. What can I say? I got 8 more days. 8 more days. This is not 8. 8 more days, and then I'm off for 8 weeks, except for one day. There's one day in between that 8 weeks that we're open and I'm working. But then there would be no reason why I can't do my lives when I say I'm going to do my lives. Unless I'm sleeping. But that's fine.
I'll wait for this on YouTube.
Sir.
You could stand up, sir, unless you're...
I did not tell you to start. I did not say let's begin. We're going to do Judge McNally and we're going to do Judge Middleton today. You want to know why? Because... That's why. Because... The reason is because... It's Saturday. And courts were just down for Christmas. And they're not going to be up today. And they're not going to be up tomorrow. So there's a large chance that for the next couple days, we're going to do YouTube judges. There's a chance I won't. I have other stuff. But this is the easiest to get right now. Because the courts were down. You know, I can't show you dockets that don't docket. But this was like right before Christmas. So...
disabled.
Sure. Sorry, Judge. I told him to have a seat. You're going to stand on that, brother.
That's all right.
These are
Your
contact.
name?
Step back for me a little bit so you're not so close. Go ahead, state your name. Aaron Flesher.
All right. And Mr. Westmoreland, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Fletcher.
All right. And Sergeant, your name?
Detective Sergeant Driscoll, Trent Police.
It looks like Judge Mullins, I believe I was absent that day, as I recall it. I don't know if you remember, Lisa, but I was absent, and Judge Mullen, my place, I think,
Yeah, you're correct.
set a
Judge.
10% bond and ordered him not to have any contact with Adam Grote, not to enter or go near 3750 Brookshire and Trent, no contact with prosecution witnesses, no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs, no firearms, no dangerous weapons, and defendant was required to obtain a tether within 24 hours of release from custody. So, hang on one second. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you about fucking cheap marijuana. We've been meaning to talk to you about that for 2 weeks. Okay.
I've been meaning to talk to you for 2 weeks about cheap marijuana and your car's extended warranty.
So then I got a signing on record on the, he was in Chattanooga, failed to acquire the GPS. Court found by preponderance of the evidence that the defendant violated his bond condition by failing to acquire a GPS. I revoked the release, forfeited the bond, and ordered $50,000 cash or surety. So, what are we going to do on this one, Mr. Westmoreland? I mean, I could take, you can just argue bond, or if you want to have a bond hearing as to whether or not he failed to acquire his GPS tether as ordered by Judge Mullins, that's fine too. What is your preference here?
Your Honor, I would just ask that this matter be reset, and I will argue bond on behalf of Mr. Fletcher.
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, I would like you to know that Mr. Fletcher is currently homeless and he is currently unemployed, so he has no means of paying for any sort of tether. He's not currently on probation or parole. I don't believe he has any prior criminal history. At least he indicated to me he did not. He has no other pending matters out of any other court. And after speaking with Mr. Flesher at length this morning, he did assure me he would be appearing at all future court dates, and he does understand the importance of doing so. I believe last time he felt that he was threatened and he could not appear. But moving
Wait a
forward,
minute, say that again.
Mr. Flesher indicated to me that he felt that he was in grave danger and he could not appear.
Danger by who? From who?
Your Honor, I'm not exactly sure at this time, but Mr. Flesher did assure me he will appear and he understands the importance of doing so.
Did he make any police reports?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't know if we have if Judge Mullins ever signed the complaint. Wonder if we can send that. Can you send that over to her? Oh, wait a minute. She signed the warrant. She did sign the complaint. Why did you leave without getting a GPS tether, sir?
I feel that my life is in danger, and that's what set this whole thing in motion.
Your life is in
mail-
danger.
I have no interest in defrauding Grow It, Adam, or
I want you to talk
anybody
about
else.
hang on. I
What, sir?
want you, hang on. I want you to talk about the case. You should not be talking about the case.
Okay.
I don't know why you're telling me your life was in danger. Did you tell Judge Mullins your life was in danger when she was setting the bond?
Yes, I've told everybody.
He tell you this, detective?
He did not, Judge. Me and Mr. Flesher has not had any real conversations to that effect.
Kelly,
You
thanks for
told
the
Judge
cheers.
Mullins
Thank
at the
you.
time of the arraignment that you felt your life was in danger? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
A tether tracks to exactly where I am.
Say that again?
The tether would track to exactly where I am.
We know
I
that.
am
Yeah,
moving.
no shit.
I was moving around to try to avoid. I have to give you the whole story, or you don't get the whole picture. Yes, my life is in danger. Absolutely 100%. And I have documentation that proves it inside and out. That's why I'm more than happy to come to trial. I'm more than happy to speak to a judge and a real lawyer and everything else. I have no problem with that.
I'm a judge and he's a real lawyer and he's a real detective. So
Okay.
listen, Mr. Fleeser. You were ordered to get a GPS tether. I know not what you're talking about, sir.
That's the point.
I do not know what you're talking about. Have you ever treated for mental illness, sir?
No, sir.
Do you work?
I haven't worked in a long time, sir.
How long?
I don't have
The judge is in on it, guys. The judge is in on it.
no problem working. I'm not a bum. I have skills. I'm more than
Nobody said you
capable.
were
My
a
phone
bum. How
calls are
long
in.
since you've worked?
Since so you mean since I've been paid for work? Probably about April 2008, maybe.
That makes you a bum. Even if you're crazy. And you can get treated for that. But that does in fact make you a bum. It does.
Where do you live now?
I'm denied employment. My phone calls are intercepted.
Where do you
My
live now?
Visits to law offices are intercepted.
Listen to
Just
my
telling you,
question.
I want to be honest with you.
Well, I want you to be honest with me too. Where do you live now?
I go from hotel to hotel to hotel to outmaneuver whatever the heck it is that's coming after me. I broke a code and I gave the information to the feds in April of 2008. And I've expanded on it quite a bit.
How can you?
The code is
afford
basically
that?
how they get rid of people they don't care for.
The federal government you're talking about?
Correct.
Oh, boy.
It's none of it's legal by any means, but it's very damning to say the least. So I kind of keep that to myself, but it doesn't allow me to survive. Like I said, I'm not choosing to have my calls intercepted. I'm not choosing to have my automobile sabotaged, my family's home sabotaged. The list goes on, and that's why I know you don't want to go into detail. But I have to be honest with you. Yes, my life is in danger. That is the whole reason why I'm here. Why I took the mail that I took.
All right,
To
you
prove
should
that.
not be
Don't think about
saying
the
that. You should not be saying that. You should not be saying that, sir. You just should not be saying that. I'm trying to
You want
caution
a
you, not
demonstration
listen to me,
why my life
please,
is in danger?
please listen.
Go ahead.
You shouldn't be making admissions. You should not be making statements that are against your interest. I'm concerned here. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to set $2,000 cash or surety. $2,000 cash or surety that you're going to have to post. And this time, I'm going to change the bond conditions ever so slightly. You're not to have any contact with Adam Grote. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses. You're not to enter or go near 3750 Brookshire in the city of Trenton. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons.
Man, 14 months.
You're not to
thank you,
purchase,
thank you,
possess, or
thank you.
consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You're not to be released until fitted with a GPS tether. You're not to be released until fitted with a GPS tether. So even if you post the bond, you're not going to be released until they can fit you with a GPS tether. Also, I'm going to order you to attend a psychological evaluation and treatment. You can call the probation department. So if they recommend probation's going to give you some names as to where you can go. You're to attend a psychological evaluation and treatment if recommended. So those are the bond conditions. I'm adding a couple that Judge Mullins did not have. And you have never heard anything about this at all, Sergeant?
I have not, Judge. I know there was some conversation about his monies being funneled out of his bank accounts, but we didn't get into a conversation involving people coming after him.
All right. So, Mr. Fleezer, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you a new date. It's going to be, what, January the 6th, is it? Lisa?
January 6th at 10 o'clock.
It's possible. Not probable. It's possible he goes and gets this mental health evaluation. It's possible. Not probable. It's possible he gets on some correcting medication.
January the 6th of 2026 at 10 a.m. I hope you didn't pre-try that with those.
Yes.
I told them we needed an Arabic interpreter.
His son spoke for him.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's a criminal case. I just can't do it.
I understand.
I just can't do it. I tried to tell them that. I mean, it's a criminal case. I'm supposed to get an interpreter. So I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. That's the way it is, Mr. Fleezer. I'm sorry. So I want you to get a psychological evaluation and treatment. You can post $2,000 and you're not going to be released until fitted with a GPS tether. Okay? Do you understand, sir?
Yes, but I don't have $2,000.
I'm sorry. You should have shown up. You should have shown up. You didn't get your tether and you left the state
I was
without.
told that,
Sir,
I was told that the actual
Sir.
judge wouldn't be there.
what's that?
I was told the actual judge wouldn't be there, that somebody would be sitting in who doesn't actually normally be there. Plus, the lady that I spoke to, that was the judge, had the
Yeah.
same name as you, sir.
No, she did not have the same name as me. It was Judge Mullins. It was,
It did on the screen when I talked to her, because I was wondering why it was McNally, because that was the paperwork posted on her house.
okay, listen. You were in front of
Or
Judge
sledgehammers,
Mullins.
looking for it.
You were in front of Judge Mullins. She told you to get a GPS tether. You didn't. I'm not gonna argue with you. You're gonna have to post 2,000 and they'll give you a GPS tether.
Some people in
If
the
you
galley.
post the bond and you get the tether and you are released, I want you to get a psychological evaluation and treatment, okay? They don't need to
Sure.
come in here. I already told them to go down the home.
I know, Judge, you can speak English. You understand?
No, Mr. Muhammad, come on. He told
Judge, we
me
all
he
set?
could just, yes.
Thank you,
He
Judge.
All right,
told
thank
me
you.
told me he
So
could
that's
speak a little bit, and then he wanted to have his son interpret for him, and I can't do that on a criminal case. Call the state court administrator's office. They're gonna tell you that. I mean, I can bend it on a civil infraction just a little bit, but
I understand.
it's not my call. I just do what everybody tells me to do here.
I understand. It's just we discussed this whole case in English. So that's why I was.
Why did he tell me he just could do a little bit? Why was he, when I was conferring with him, asking his son? I can't do it. I'm sorry. Marion Carriel Banks,
What can I do with the file?
have them go down the home and they'll get their notice and they're gonna have to come.
I'm in danger, so can I stay at a hotel forever for free? Please? Think of the towels.
We should find out momentarily whether she's in the Cass County Jail or not. Chaz Webb,
He's in custody.
do we know what we're doing with him?
Yes.
Is he a plea?
Yes.
Let's bring him, is he at the jail or is
He is
he?
at jail.
All right, how about John Cat? Oh, that's Rhonda's. And we'll do that at 11. All right.
Is she zooming in at 11? Is that,
What?
is she zooming in at 11?
Apparently, you know how hard she is to schedule. So apparently they agreed to do it at 11. Hello, Sergeant Army, Judge Middleton calling. I'm good. I just discovered I need to see Chaz Webb. All right, thanks a lot. Bye. Sergeant Army, she always does a nice job. All right, we'll do Mr. Webb. Then we can do Melinda Fowler with her 8 cases and see what we can do. She's back in the lockup. Mr. Webb, the plea offer would be attempted R&O.
That's correct.
No, JK. Sergeant. You can be a sergeant police officer.
Ross, we're down to one last plea and then we'll take up Ms. Fowler.
I think Ms. Keene might have called your staff while I was there.
Oh, well, Ms. Keene needs to be here. We'll have a special place for her on Christmas.
I missed that. I should pay attention.
Good morning, Ms. Keene. You're a day late and $1 short, but you are here, so.
Am I a day late?
Well, you're $1 short. Well, have a seat. We'll get to your matter in a minute.
I broke down 3:30, sir. I apologize.
All right, well, you're here. We'll address it. She's not, in the she's right there, so she's not in the Cass County Jail. All right.
I don't know if this matters or not, but I did hire a lawyer.
All right, well, we'll make a record on it here in just a moment. Yeah, that makes a difference. We'll make a record on it. You owe me $850 of unpaid fines and costs from zoning violations, improper towing, no proof of insurance, burn violation, license plate, and impeding traffic. You don't owe me, you owe the court $850 from back to 2023 and 24. You made any effort to pay on any of that?
I just made a payment this month. It should show $25 payment.
All right, we'll talk about that. Mr. Webb has been in jail for 18 days. Good morning, sir. Are you Chaz D'Artagnan Webb?
Yes, sir.
This is Judge Middleton. I know you, but I had to identify you for the record. Your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson, is here with me, as well as Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. You got yourself charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer. It's alleged that on December 5th, that you did resist or obstruct a police officer. That's a felony. It's punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment. You're also charged as a fourth habitual offender, making it theoretically punishable by, I think, up to 5 years imprisonment, maybe up to 15. At any rate, the prosecutor is dismissing the felony charge for a plea to a misdemeanor charge of attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer. Mr. Webb, attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Mr. Robert, you confirm the plea agreement?
Yes.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Webb, are you going to plead to attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer as a misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything?
No, sir.
Do you understand that if you do plead to that charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have a right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Gibson has been appointed to represent you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. You'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court. And you'd have a right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, according to the bond information report, you were with this other guy, Mr. DeWitt. You guys got pulled over at 8 o'clock at night on December 5th. And they learned that Mr. DeWitt had a valid warrant and you had a valid warrant on an assault battery charge. You're in the back seat of this little Saturn Ion and you didn't want to get out. Did you not cooperate with the police by trying to get you out of the car and into the police car?
I had gotten out and whatnot. I just was on the phone with my girlfriend, and when he told me to put my hands behind my back, I was just like on the phone trying to talk to my girlfriend or whatever, and I didn't really comply with what he wanted to.
Well, they wanted you to get off the phone, and then you just sort of test your body up.
I love FX makeup. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would love to do that.
It just happened too fast. That's all it was. I wasn't trying to resist or not do what he wanted me to do. It all happened fast.
All right, but they had to then take you to the ground and cuff you and to get you in the other car?
No, I was trying to give him my arm, but my face was in the snow and his legs were in the center of my back. So I was trying to put my arms behind my back, and he was like not really making it very easy. Like,
did you say to the police, "I'm stronger than you are"?
No, I told him, because he kept trying to like whip me around the other way, and all I told him was that he wasn't gonna manhandle me. I didn't tell him that he was stronger than I was.
All right, well, I first met you when you got a tobacco violation, which was about as minor of a misdemeanor as there is. In fact, I'm not even sure it carries a jail sentence. You were about 17 or 18, and I've watched you continue to make bad decisions one after another. You've been in jail now, I think I counted 18 days. You've got another case pending, an assault and battery case. If I sentence you on this, are you gonna be able to post bond on that assault and battery?
I doubt it, to be honest. I posted bond one side, but I can't get a hold of my family right now. Probably being because it's so close to Christmas and whatnot. My family's probably been buying presents and traveling, and so they're probably spent for money as far as right now because it's so close to Christmas.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it because you're entitled to a PR bond after 28 days.
Mr. Gibson asked about that case. I responded to his email and offered if the defendant wants to plead to disturbing the peace in that file, we could resolve both cases today.
All right. Laura, would you bring me the Chaz Webb misdemeanor file?
And can I talk real quick? Okay.
What?
I was asking if I could speak to you real quick.
Yeah. I'm here. Just a minute. Let me. Go ahead.
I just wanted it to be noted that this is just a little hang up for me, like that I didn't want any of this to happen, but if I was to be able to get out, the sooner the better, really, because I was honestly on my way to rehab. Like I planned on going up to Bear River just to get away from Sturgis and to get my life rolling. Because I just now found out about that place, and I have a friend that works up there. Her name's Jasmine Wellman.
All right, well, let me get the other case. Laura, could you bring me fail to appear assault and battery 251474 SM?
It was at this point that I fell completely asleep. So the rest of our day we're going to spend together is a surprise to me too, guys.
If I let you out of jail as a Christmas present, where are you going to go?
I'm going to my mom's house right off of Big Hill, or not Big Hill, right off of US 12.
On Sunnyfield?
Oh, no. That's a bad idea. I would be going, it's right off 12, up there by the Hillcrest Bar.
All right. Do you have a
That
way
would
to
be-
get there?
Yeah, I probably would be calling DeWitt for a ride.
All right. I'm waiting for that other file. I'm not sure if they can hear me. Will somebody bring me Chaz Webb's A and B case 251474 SM? All right, we've established a factual basis for the attempted resisting and obstructing. Had you been drinking?
Huh? No.
It didn't indicate alcohol. You and your buddy got pulled over. He had a warrant for his arrest and you had a warrant for your arrest. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
It is alleged that on June 30th, that you assaulted Rebecca Jo Simmons
Hi, Monica.
in the city of Sturgis. That's assault and battery. That's a misdemeanor. Here it comes.
My toner's out. Jen's computer.
Hi, Mary.
It is punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You got into it with this girl. Mr. Robert, the chief assistant prosecutor, has agreed to dismiss the assault and battery charge if you plead to disturbing the peace. Disturbing the peace is a misdemeanor, but it's not an assaultive crime. Has to do with whether was there a quarrel, argument, or disturbance in a public place. Punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Are you willing to plead to that charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're giving up the same rights that you have in the other case by pleading to disturbing the peace?
Yes, sir.
All right, this sounds like a bunch of middle school kids or maybe elementary school kids. Rebecca Simons reported an assault. She was walking down the street and two men rode by on bikes. The two men screamed snitch, to which Rebecca replied, faggot ass bitches. Rebecca stated the suspect's motive was because she gave information about a house which led for a search to be done.
Thanks for
You
the
came back
cheers,
behind her.
Monica. Thank you.
And smacked her as you rode by on your bike. Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
All right. On the disturbing the peace charge, that means you don't have to have a pretrial in January. Let's got arrested on 8/26, posted bond on 8/27, and you did 18 days just now. So I'm gonna give you 20 days jail credit, 20 days. leaving 0 days to serve.
Yes.
I believe he did post a $100 bond. Fine is $125. You post that $100 of bond, you owe $25 by February 15th.
This was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago? Probably wasn't 2 days ago. That would have been Christmas. 3 days ago?
On the attempted resist and obstructing, it wasn't much of an attempted resist and obstructing. You just stiffened up, didn't cooperate, got your face mushed in the snow, and you've been in jail for 18 days. You have $330 worth of unpaid fines and costs.
I should be
On
able
a
to take
previous
that.
assault, 2020, and an earlier attempted R&O. All right, I'm gonna give you the minimum fine, but you have to pay it before you get out.
How am I
Thank
gonna
you,
do that?
RW. Thank you, thank you. I love snacks.
You'll be all
I really
right.
do love snacks.
All right, I'm gonna order 18 days jail credit, 18 days, leaving 0 days to serve. I'm gonna waive the fine. I'm gonna waive the attorney fee of $125 or 2 additional days in jail. I'm not gonna give you time to pay that because you haven't paid your last set of fines for attempted R&O. Somebody will put up $125, you get out today. Otherwise, you'll get out Christmas Day.
Damn.
All right, Mr. Webb, 2026 is coming. How about if you don't come see me in 2026? That would be good for both of us. All right, sir, that takes care of both of your cases. I gave you 20 days, credit 20 days in the disturbing the peace, and a $25 fine, which is due in February the 15th. In the attempted R&O, the felony reduced to a misdemeanor. I gave you the minimum allowable fine, but I made it due before you get out of jail because you haven't paid your last fine for the same thing. So good luck. If you pay today, you get out. Otherwise, you get Christmas lunch at the jail. All right. All right, well, we took care of that other thing, and now Miss Keene is here, and she indicates she wants to hire an attorney, so let's talk to her. Miss Keene, would you come up, please? Have a seat over there if you would. Laura, I think you
He
took
did
Christy
intimidate
Keene
that
away from
witness.
me. I
He
had it
did.
in the pile as a no-show, and then now she's here. So could I have Christy Keene's file back? I don't always know if they're listening to me or not.
I think I saw a big thing of eggnog out
I'm
there, so I don't know
listening
what
to you,
that is.
Judge Pattison is bringing pizzas for lunch today and some other snacks. So yeah, maybe they're having an early Christmas party.
I did play it.
No, she'll be here. Ms. Keene, you're charged with the felony offense of.
I do not have it, and Jenny doesn't have it, so. It must be it.
Nope, I have it. Thanks. Sent them on another wild goose chase. All right, defendant arrives late. All right, you indicate you wish to hire an attorney of your own choosing?
Yes, I have hired one already, sir. Mr. Sprino.
Who?
Sprino.
Don Sopanos?
Yep. He asked me to ask you to see if we could adjourn the one for today.
Well, good. If you can afford to hire Don Sopanos, you can afford to pay all your unpaid fines and costs that you've got here.
Did you see that one, sir, that I paid for this month already?
All right, good. Where are you living?
At 1200 South Washington.
In Constantine?
Correct.
What lot number?
42.
All right, I haven't heard from Mr. Sopanos, but that sounds like his mode of operation. He would say he would get in and then direct you to ask for an adjournment.
He did say, sir, that he, if you wanted to, you could call him.
No, I'll take it at face value. I'm gonna set this for pre-exam conference for January 6th, 2026 at 8:30. And a prelim if needed for January 13th, 2026 at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have her get an official notice. If you would take her out, and the clerks can give her an official notice, and they would also forward the copy to Sopanos. Now, if Mr. Sopanos comes in, great, he knows what to do. He'll send a substitution of attorney. Mr. Gibson will get out, but if he doesn't get out, Mr. Gibson's still your attorney of record until further notice. All right, Ms. Keene, you're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
All right, when Michelle comes back, we'll bring Melinda Fowler in. Ross is here. I think Abigail is doing that. Rhonda's here to talk about John Capp.
Yeah, I was going to zoom in at 11, but I managed to get out of Calhoun County early, and Judge Stutzman has a PV hearing for me at 10:30. So I thought.
Well, do you want to take care of that first? We're gonna be here for a while on this next plea. So why don't you go do your PV and then come back and we'll address Mr. Capp.
Sounds good. I just wanted
Okay,
to pop in. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I think that's all.
I think you're good.
All right, thank you. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
You too, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. All right, let's bring in Ms. Fowler. I've officially been sitting here for 2 hours and a half. I'll take these files out. I've got all of Ms. Fowler's cases.
I did confer with Tim George that plea to open in talks in one city file, and he would dismiss the others.
All right, we'll make a record on that. All right, let me take these files out to Jenny. The live feed is still going. Keep that in mind. I've got the record turned off. I'll be right back if I can stand up.
I didn't know there was a break. Okay. Hold on. So, this is really unfortunate.
Doing my own devotionals and doing my own step work, what I can do. The church ladies came in and seen us, and so I got stuff to do from them to keep busy.
Surprised they're not having these sobriety meetings. They usually are real regular.
It might be because of the holidays.
We're gonna
maybe,
easatop for a little
but
bit.
Yeah,
last week wasn't a holiday, so.
Yeah, I guess you've been in there a couple weeks.
Yeah, they are. Right. Yeah, because I go to 3 or 4 meetings a week. That's what I'm used to doing.
If he grants you, 10%, you have a way to get a hold of,
Leslie? Yep.
Leslie, your caseworker, but also your rehab people.
I do. I have all their numbers in my phone.
All right, so you're able to call them right away?
Yeah. I'll see if they can, they have Uber transportation, so I'll see if they can send Uber for me. That's how they do it. I'm not sure. But, because I don't want to leave the jail, step out of the lobby without a plan.
No. I don't want you to either.
No.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Nothing incriminating. Oh well.
5 years.
Hold on, Judge.
I'm starting to get unkinked. Shaped like a shrimp. I can't stand
it. That never happens. I'm such a professional.
I did my weight exercises and I bent over to put something in the trash, and that's how my back went out, but I'll recover eventually. Now we're back. We're still on the live feed. I got a nice card from Susan from Landrum, South Carolina. Thank you for your kind words. That was a nice, clever little card. We're here on a number of cases involving Melinda K. Fowler. That's you. And it's going to take me a minute to recite all these. We kind of cleared the deck. Abby Stoll from the prosecutor's office has been shepherding these cases. Also present is Mr. Joshua Robert, the chief assistant. He stuck with me for a bit longer. Your lawyer is Ross Truckee, and to his credit, he's been sitting here for 2.5 hours waiting to call this case. He and Miss Stoll and prosecutor George from the city of Three Rivers has been working on all these cases. And there's a bunch of them. And you've been in jail for a while, and we have some correspondence from the jail nurse regarding your circumstance. First charge is file 251812FD as a charge of operating while intoxicated. Third offense is a felony offense. That's a felony. Drunk driving, third offense, punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. Mr. Truckee, what are we going to do with the drinking driving case?
So we would be entering a plea to OWI second offense today to resolve that.
OUI second is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Carries 6 points on your driving record and it requires that your license be suspended. I'm aware that you were in a treatment program and you're in the middle of the treatment program and you'd like to get back to your treatment program. So Mr. Truckee is going to discuss a bond that would let you to get out of jail and get back to your treatment. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But I put you in jail because you don't go to treatment to duck going to court. These matters needed to be addressed. So this is a felony. It allegedly occurred on September 4th. And you were not doing well all through this year. Next case is a retail fraud third degree from June 28th of 2024. That is file number 241175. We've got a bunch of retail frauds from 2024 and some more from 2025. Ms. Stoll or Mr. Truckee, what are we going to do with that one?
There has been offered to plead to the most recent retail fraud and dismiss the balance of retail fraud charges.
All right, so 241175 would be dismissed. Is that correct, Ms. Stoll?
That's correct.
241826 retail fraud third, also dismissed. Two 51408 retail fraud third dismissed. That's 25, excuse me, that was from June of this year. 251408 SM dismiss.
No, that would be the file, please.
No, she has a subsequent one.
There's a city one that's subsequent, and that'll be
Oh,
dismissed.
all
as
right,
part of
that'll
that
be
deal.
dismissed. So she's gonna plead in 1408. 1408. Plea RF third. I have $50 of bond. All right, the city ordinance retail fraud is 251817. That's from August. And then the defendant is going to plead to the city open intox charge.
That's correct.
Let's start with that one. Ms. Fowler, you're charged in file number 241784 with having open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. Let me find that case. One 794. You got a ticket on August 29th at US 131 in Broadway. We seem to get a lot of cases right there where it's alleged you had open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. As I said, that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100 under 3 hours ordinance. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Other than this plea agreement, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to that charge?
No, sir.
Now, these rights apply both to this charge and the drinking driving charge. I'm going to see you after the first of the year on the drinking driving. We'll talk about that one in a minute. But in both cases, by entering a plea, you give up your right to have a trial. There will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Truckee, his credit, has taken on all of these cases and has worked on resolving everything. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, what did you have in the car that day at Broadway and 131?
I had one of those flavored beers in my middle console of my car that was half drank from the night before.
What flavor was it?
It was the grape one. I don't even know.
Oh, you mean like a wine cooler?
Yeah, one of the flavored, they come in a can.
I mean, seltzers.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see. Been in custody for $12 days. $12 credit, 12 days, leaving 0 days to serve. No waive the fine and costs. We'll pick that up on the drinking driving charge, which is a different day. That was the 30th. You got arrested for operating while intoxicated a few days later on September 4th. You do have 2 priors. One is old and one is not so old. Let's take a look at these. One 8, 1 2. All right, started out as a ticket. You were pulled over at East Main Street in Centerville. You also had open intox that day. They pulled you over at 5 o'clock at night at DHS or something. Where did you get pulled over?
At the DHS parking lot, right in front.
All right. Had you been there
Yeah,
seeking services?
I had an appointment with them.
And had you been drinking before that?
I had.
And I'm trying to find any sort of facts. Then they ran your criminal history and realized that you had other charges. And then they charged you as a third offense. You were here on that in September. And you had gone to Gilmore and then you were going somewhere else. And then you sort of went off the grid. But what were you drinking?
I was just drinking beer.
Did they give you a breath test?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the result was?
I don't recall.
Hi, Twitchy.
Can Abby
It
or
was an
Mr.
intoxilizer test. It was a 0.21, 0.198 on the blows.
Department of Homeland Security.
Earlier that day, you were at DHS and you were almost 2.5 times the legal limit. You were quite drunk when you went there, which is obviously red flags. You were in rough shape for the last year. And we need to try to figure out what to do here. All right, you spent I think 1 day, and you bonded out, and now 12 days. And then you went sort of off the grid while you're in treatment. And thank you to Mr. Truckee, agreed to take all these. So we got correspondence from the jail nurse. She tells us that you've got some medical issues that need to get addressed, and you wish to get back into your treatment program. And you told me at the time I put you in jail that you were in the program. You are about 4 weeks left at a 90-day inpatient program. Are they willing to take you back into that program?
Yeah, they contacted the nurse and let them know that I had the bed still available.
And what program is it?
It's Our Hope in Grand Rapids. It's the Walker Street location.
All right. I suppose that might be a good cause of action. A course of action is to get you back into treatment pending further disposition in this case. I don't know if you're sobriety court material, if it's just a regular probation or just a jail sentence. But you were bound to hurt somebody or yourself. And this arrest was actually a blessing that somebody intervened before you killed yourself. All right, I'm going to amend the bond in the drinking driving case. It's currently $10,000 cash or surety. To a $1,000 PR bond with condition that defendant enter Our Hope Recovery in Grand Rapids. And not leave the program without completion. The other conditions are no drugs and no alcohol remain in effect. You also got some medical issues, which I think they may help you address. I'm gonna set the sentence out a bit.
It's January 16th, but I'm not sure. Days that I missed.
Ross, are you available on February the 16th at 11?
It's President's Day,
Oh, it is.
but yes, I am.
How about February the 9th?
Yes.
February 16th is a good day to spend at Louis' backyard in Key West. Maybe I'll go there.
You think Louis' backyard in Key West is paying him sponsorship?
Set for sentencing, February 9, 2026 at 11 a.m. We're gonna have to stay in contact with you through your treatment program. If they want to keep you longer, that date could be moved. But I'm trying to time it when I think you're about gonna be done with the program. Do you have a plan for where you're gonna go when you complete treatment?
I plan on going to one of the sober livings in Kalamazoo. There's several that I've got applications to right now.
All right, well, you got a clear head. You've been in jail now for 18 days and you're alcohol free and making sense. So we'll use that date, February 9th at 11. I'm gonna give you a handwritten notice, which ain't the best. You'll get further notice, but.
Try to call my,
I guess you called me.
except nobody answers. The extension is 270 for the floor that I was on.
All right, that takes care of the alcohol cases. Do we have a retail fraud case we needed to do also?
Yes, city's taking care of the, OWI is taking care of, and now it's just 251408 SM.
All right. I can put restitution for all the retail frauds in the drinking driving case if need be. In file 251408, you're charged with a retail fraud. You were kind of on a roll there. Let's take a look at this one. They kind of blend in together. 1408. That's from June. That is alleged that you were at the Shell gas station in Three Rivers. That doesn't make sense. West Pigeon Shell. I think they mean West Michigan Shell. That you were in there and you stole something. Most of these were beer.
Yeah, well, beer should be free, so.
In 1408, I'm looking for an affidavit or something, but I can't find one. Abigail or Mr. Robert, can you tell me what it is that she took?
It looks like she took 2 natural ice beers.
That's what most of these were. Did you go into the Shell station on West Michigan and steal some beers?
Yes, sir.
All right. I always wondered, sometimes people would be stealing liquor. And they would steal pop-off vodka. And I was like, well, if we're gonna steal it anyway, why not steal Kettle One or something? But same thing with beer. This is cheap beer, but it has a high alcohol content. And people drink it because it's inexpensive and it has more alcohol in it than some. All right, let's see what we got here. Same thing. You made it. You got arrested on the 2nd, posted bond on the 2nd. So you have 19 days credit in that one. Fine is $0. $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and $25 restitution to Shell. That's $175. You posted $50 of bond. So there's $125. We'll make that due by payment plan with OUIL 2nd. But we'll be able to use part of that bond to pay $25 restitution to the store. It's more than the beer cost, but it's an aggravation. All right, Ms. Fowler, that takes care of your open intox, one of the retail frauds. The other retail frauds are dismissed. The open intox, I gave you 20 days jail credit. The OUIL will address February the 9th. The other cases are dismissed. All right.
Thank you. Right. Don't step foot out of that lobby.
Yeah, I won't. So I
Still, our hope is there, okay?
Thanks, Ross.
Take care, Melinda.
Thank you, Abigail.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you, Ross, and thank you for your patience. That took your whole morning, but we
I had
did.
some business upstairs too.
All right.
Merry Christmas, Judge, and
Thank you.
everyone else.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Ross. All right, thank you, Abigail. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Kapp are here for their 100th time with John, and they're talking about his case right now. All right, we're actually about where we should be. We're set for Rhonda's case at 11, and it is 11. Hi. Okay, thanks. You too.
Rhonda wants to talk to her person. He's at the jail. If you could call them.
All right. Laura, would you open the conference room? Hello, it's me again. Sorry to keep bugging you. This time, could I see John Cap? All right, thank you. Bye.
Laura's gonna help me log into the Zoom. I've got an offer from Josh, and I'll talk to Mr. Cap about that, okay?
All right, his parents are here too. They're always following his cases.
All right, thanks.
All right. Mr. Cap has $3,616.70 of unpaid fines and costs. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 previous cases. Do we have a lab report back or anything, Mr. O'Bear?
Yeah, we have one lab report back so far. We're waiting for another.
That room has good picture and sound, but there's always a lot of background noise from that one. It's the most convenient for the officers.
He gets to the jail so quickly. I wonder if there's like a bright red phone at the jail. Judge Middleton. And it rings and they rush.
Rhonda, I did have the occasion to go over to the Branch County Courthouse last Friday. It's been a while since I'd been over there, but I was thinking as I was driving over there, how often you have to make that drive back and forth. It was in the snow. It wasn't a very nice day Friday, but I went over for the judge's retirement little luncheon, or what, just reception, I guess we'll call it, for Judge O'Grady. Mr. Cap, good afternoon or good morning. This is file 252477, People versus John William Cap. Mr. Cap, you're there in custody at the St. Joseph County Jail. Your attorney, Rhonda Ives, is here with me at the courthouse. Your parents are also here, as they always are, and they're here in the gallery watching the proceeding. Mr. O'Bear, what is the current plea offer?
So I just talked to the attorney, Ms. Ives. She hasn't had a chance to talk to her client about it yet. The offer would be for him to plead to impaired driving, second offense, and attempt R&O.
Can I go to the breakout room and talk to my?
Yes, I'm going to let you talk privately with your lawyer. You mentioned one report is back and one is not. Which lab report is back?
So the alcohol lab is back. It always takes a little longer for the drug lab to get back.
And what does the alcohol one show?
0.05.
All right, you're charged with operating while intoxicated, third offense, which is a felony. It's punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. I think you're also charged as habitual.
Yes, he's a fourth habitual.
As a fourth habitual, which would make this theoretically punishable by up to 20 years imprisonment. You're also charged with resisting, obstructing a police officer as a fourth habitual, which would make that, I believe, I couldn't figure out whether it's a 5-year or 15-year. The prosecutor has agreed to dismiss all the felony charges for a plea to impaired driving second offense. Impaired driving second offense is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to, I believe, $1,000. Carries 4 points on your driving record. Attempted resisting, obstructing is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Again, that offer was just relayed to your lawyer. She hasn't had a chance to talk to you. I'm going to put you guys in a breakout room and let you discuss that privately while we wait.
Can I clarify with Prosecutor Robert on one item?
Yes?
Prosecutor Robert, the theory of the OWI second would actually be operating under the influence of a combination of drugs and alcohol?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll set it up and we'll wait. So technology can make life much easier. Once we start the construction with who knows where you're gonna be and where I'm gonna be, and we don't have a holding cell, we're gonna do probably even more stuff by Zoom than we do now.
Run to my office.
All right. Well, I do have 3 personal protection order matters waiting for me. They may not get addressed until after lunch. Or could you come get those Melinda Fowler cases so they could get started on that one? Josh ducked out for a minute. That's all of Ms. Fowler's cases.
We have peach schnapps here. And it was a large part of
All right, that will, when we finish this case, finish our docket for today. We've been here from 8 to 11:30. I guess that's 3.5 hours of sitting in this chair. The one on my back is crooked. And then we will recess. The magistrate just left for the day. And I'm not sure if we have anything else we need to address this afternoon. If we do, I guess they'll tell me.
No such thing as gross beer. Except pumpkin beer. That's pretty gross. Ugh.
Approach, Judge.
Yeah, sure. But you want to duck out? We're on the live feed.
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, he's making me fast forward. This is not good. This is ungood.
But as I said, these days used to be quieter. That'll be a quiet.
I like coffee metal and beer. And iced tea. Unsweetened. That's not glop.
Judge Pattison has the Friday docket, and I don't think there's much on it. So hope not.
This Friday?
Yeah,
I don't know that we have.
I don't think there's much of anything scheduled. But he's gone this week and then next week, but I'm gone Friday. I don't think there's not one thing set on his calendar unless he has some domestic relations stuff. So arraignments or whatever needs to be done. But as I said, these days used to be quieter. That'll be a quiet day, the 26th. But the 28th and 29th are both busy. He's gone. And the 2nd is very busy. So we'll hit the ground running in 2026. So far, I don't have very much landlord tenant on that date. We have about 50 pretrials. Mr. Cap also has a driving suspended pending in 251245. Is that part of this deal?
No.
One's an ordinance. He has an open intox under city ordinance and a driving suspended under state statute, second offense. And another driving suspended. He has a driving suspended. He has 2 of them, except for January 2nd. About 50 cases set for January 2nd. All right, we're ready to bring Mr. Cap back in.
Yes, Your Honor.
The waiting room, in the waiting room, bring Mr. Cap back in. Whoops. I think I might have lost him. Hi, Deputy Broker. We lost John Cap. We had him in the room and either I disconnected him or he disconnected. All right, thanks. Bye.
Come on, Jim. Come on, court. You gotta go faster. If this was any other judge,
Mr. Cap,
jail
I'm
would be
sorry,
dead.
I may have disconnected you. We're gonna return to file 252477, People versus John William Cap. Mr. Cap is connected to us by Zoom from the jail. Rhonda Ives, his lawyer, is here with us at the courthouse. Also present is Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. Prosecution had offered to dismiss the felony charge of operating intoxicated, third offense, and attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer for a plea to impaired second by no contest and attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer. The impairment would be a combination of alcohol and any other substance, including marijuana, methamphetamine, or prescription medication. Could be a sufficient factual basis for the impaired charge. Mr. Cap, you've had an opportunity to discuss that with your lawyer, Ms. Ives. Are you going to plead to that charge?
Your Honor, Mr. Cap is willing to plead no contest to the impaired driving second offense and to the attempted resisting and obstructing, with the condition that the other files or the other charges be dismissed.
These felony charges?
Correct.
All
Yeah.
right.
And he also was requesting screening for sobriety court, which.
And we can do that. There's some impediments to that. One, you have two more driving suspended cases pending pretrial on January 2nd. You also have a felony charge of possession of methamphetamine and felon in possession of a firearm. Some other charges pending in circuit court and filed 2425340. You also have $3,616.70 of unpaid fines and costs. going back to 2022. A lot of that is restitution in an old larceny case of $2,800. So I'll screen you for sobriety court. You certainly could probably benefit from it. But if you got pending felony cases, that might make you ineligible. But we can always see where we go. So Mr. Cap, are you gonna plead no contest to impaired driving second offense and to attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Other than the plea agreement that's been discussed here, which does not encompass your felony case, it does not encompass your two other driving suspendeds and an open intox, but in the parameters of this incident from December 2nd, the felony charges will be dismissed and you will enter a no contest plea to those two misdemeanor charges. Now, you probably know this, but let me explain it once again. By pleading no contest, you don't admit what happened, but you also don't deny what happened, and you would allow or accept that a conviction would enter.
Yes.
And I'll get the factual basis from the police report and perhaps laboratory reports and other documents rather than from you. A no contest plea can be due to lack of memory. It could also be the fact that this conviction would be a violation of your bond in the felony 2425340. There would be sufficient reason for no contest plea. And you and I have discussed this before, but let's go through it here. To understand that if you plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Ms. Ives is here and is working on this case. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they can be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless they were able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to proceed and get behind me.
Say that again, I didn't get it.
I would like to proceed and get this behind me.
All right, that's probably a good plan. All right, so this started out as a over-the-counter felony complaint. This incident occurred in the city of Three Rivers on December 2nd. And you and I have discussed this before, that it's like swimming in an aquarium and you keep driving in Three Rivers and you know they got it out for you. And you know every time you drive, they're going to pull you over again, but you keep doing it. And I don't really understand. But according to the bond information sheet, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning near your house, Pearl Street and 3rd Street, a red VW Bug on Broadway near South Main. He went up over the curb and then got out of a snowbank, turned left on 5th Street from Broadway. The vehicle turned short and went into oncoming traffic on 5th Street. I'm not sure how much traffic there is at 3 a.m. on 5th Street. The vehicle then turned right onto Pearl Street, which dead ends. You can't get across Pearl Street, it's blocked off. The vehicle then went into a private drive and the driver, John Cap, entered the vehicle. He had a strong odor of intoxicants and his speech was slurred. He refused to do sobriety exams or the PBT. Where's the R&O part in here, Mr. O'Bear?
Your Honor, I've got a portion of the police report regarding their conversation and initial communication as well as short video clip, if that would help the court.
The police report probably will be sufficient. Let's take a look. This is no contest. Now, Mr. O'Barry, you indicated the lab report has come back as a 0.05 for alcohol.
Yes, the initial lab report shows 0.05 for alcohol. Additional testing was going to be completed for controlled substances.
All right, and we'll have that before we actually do the screening.
I wonder if I may approach.
Yes. He got out of the vehicle and attempted to walk away. They asked him to stop. He was very slow to follow commands and seemed to be confused. He showed indications he was attempting to flee or was thinking about it. Refused to provide his name or identification. And he was detained. That's sufficient for attempted R&O, pretty much attempted. I only have to find the principal charge, but the complaint shows a prior in 2017 in Kalamazoo District Court and a third offense again on January 3rd, 2018 in Kalamazoo County District Court. So we need to set this matter for screening and sentencing. Facts from bond info report and police report. As I said, Mr. Cap, I don't understand this whole dynamic where you just keep driving
Zach,
because
thank
you
you
just
so
I've
much.
said
Ooh,
like
8
you
months.
just given up.
Yay.
But
Thank you,
it's
Zach.
3
Thank
o'clock
you.
in the morning. I don't know whose house it was on Pearl Street. There's only a few houses on that block, but it dead ends.
What shocks me the most about lately, the gift memberships, it's all people I have no idea who they are. They don't comment or chat. So listen, if you have a gift membership, comment to Zach and say thank you or something so we know that you're here. We would love to talk to you. Monica, thank you for the cheers. Thank you.
Let's find a date that works for Miss Ives. She's got some vacations planned.
And I think
For the
Mr.
first
Cap
quarter
also,
of next year.
yeah, Mr. Cap also has a jury trial scheduled, I believe, in January. I don't know the exact date. Maybe the 6th or the 13th. Do you know, Mr. Cap?
Oh, it's the 27th.
Oh, I'm sorry, the 27th.
All right, well, let's set this out a bit. I gotta get back in my district court case. I was looking up his circuit court case. Now, Rhonda, you're gone from January, February, and March.
I'd like to be.
I tried to sell February the 16th to Ross, but he told me it was President's Day and he didn't want to be here that day, so.
I can tell you I have nothing going on that day and it would be
Neither
really
did
easy
he.
for me
How
to be
about
here.
February 9th?
Sounds like a date, Your Honor.
All right, February 9th at 11. That way, your circuit case will either be resolved with a plea, trial, acquittal, or dismissal. Anyway, it should be over one way or the other.
I believe he also
Before-
has felonies pending in Muskegon County
Oh.
for home invasion, possession of narcotics, driving suspended, larceny in a building.
Everything was dismissed except the only thing going to trial is the possession of some Tylenol, I guess.
All right, well, I won't worry myself with that. We're gonna deal with this.
Okay.
All right, that resolves this. We don't need a preliminary examination. We're gonna have a screening. We'll have the further lab report back by then. See what else is in there, if anything. You've had, see how long you've been in jail. "21 days that you've been in custody. Of clear-headed thinking.
Yes.
You'll get credit for all the time served when we do the sentencing on February the 9th. All right, Mr. Cap.
Thank you.
I'm not sure where this is going. There's a lot going on. And see you in February.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, guys, we made it to the end. Thank you so much for coming out with me today. If you're in danger, if you feel that you're in danger, tell Judge McNally, and he will get you a mental health examination that you probably will not attend. Oh man, I wish I knew if he was going to attend. I wish I knew what happened at the mental health hearing. I mean, exam. I wish I knew if he took his meds like he's supposed to. I wish he knew if those meds helped him. I just wish I knew. I mean, he's still in jail, so none of it has happened yet. But this is one of those cases where I wish I knew the outcome. And we never will. I mean, there's a small sliver of possibility. We will see him in 2 years and he'll say something and we'll remember, but it's so small. Alright, guys. I'm going to set up OJ. I'll see some of you there. Oh my gosh, I think today's the last day before the Furman tapes and OJ. Oh my gosh. Yo, tomorrow's going to be crazy. I already beeped everything out. I could be wrong about the day. We'll see. Alright. I got to go to OJ. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcoming place. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At court vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At court vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcoming place. And so in conclusion, I'll wrap up this song. I hope I didn't miss anything that would be wrong. Hope I see you around. Don't stay on the shelf, join in the laughter. Come and see